waited in line just to share this experience of Venom, Candyman, Night of the Living Dead, The Rock, Final Destination. But I want you to know you are now entering the
Cinema
Chop Shop with a top and the pop. Boom, boom, pop.
The Cinema Chop Shop.
What's going on, everybody? It's David from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop, so park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe button. And today I'm going to be reviewing Cuckoo. This is a Tillman Singer movie. This movie has Hunter Schafer and Dan Stevens. Now, if you guys don't know who Dan Stevens is, I would recommend watching The Guest. He was also in Abigail, and he's also in Kong vs. Godzilla. Amazing actor. As far as Hunter Schafer, I am not familiar with her, but I see that her name is tied to Euphoria, and Euphoria is a very well-known series. I believe it's on HBO Max or something of that sort. But anyway, to the point. So I want to give a synopsis to this movie, but it's kind of hard to do. But I'll give you a backstory about how I saw this movie. So I was actually invited to a pre-screening of this movie. I saw it a day before it was released, and we got some cool promotional material. So we were given like these cool posters, like this promotional poster. Actually, it's not even a poster. It's a newspaper clipping. So it has all this cool stuff from the movie in it. You know, there's different scenes and different pictures and whatnot. I thought it was really cool. You know, different scenes of the movie. The best synopsis I could say about this movie is there's a young character named Gretchen who is moving in with her father, and she moves with her father, and they're going to this location because I guess it's her father and his new wife are architects, and they are going to help Dan Stevens' character build a new resort, right? They're going to help him architect a new resort. As she's living there, she starts to notice these weird things happening, and then we kind of come into the interesting part, which I don't really want to get into, but this is when all the creepy shit starts to happen. First of all, let me go ahead and give you a backstory about the freaking director of this damn movie, Tillman Singer. So Tillman Singer made a movie called Loose, and I remember going to watch this movie. I found this because this movie was super overhyped. Like, they were saying like, oh, this shit was crazy, and they're like, go watch this movie. It's a pinnacle of horror. I'm like, all right, for sure. I'm gonna go check it out. So I drove like almost an hour away to go watch this damn movie. And again, the movie, cinematography wise, amazing. Like the cinematography, his artistic vision, all of that shit was on point. The one flaw about the soundtrack was bumping, all that shit. The one flaw about that movie was that it had shitty dialogue. So I went into this movie kind of skeptical, like, damn, dude, what if the dialogue sucks like that other movie, you know? But I was actually pleasantly surprised. The dialogue in this movie was actually really good. This movie plays a little bit on being funny and being, but it's self-aware funny. It's not like it's cringe funny. You know how some movies like they force that comedy in there and it feels cringy? This ain't it. This comedy feels authentic. It feels like, you know, like it belongs there, and it makes the crowd chuckle. It takes you out of the tension, which is needed for a horror movie because it kind of takes you out of the tension, and then the tension gets brought back in. You don't want to feel like you're on pins and needles the whole damn movie. But Miss Hunter Schafer's character, amazing acting in this movie. Dan Stevens' character, amazing acting in this movie. Dan Stevens is starting to play the atypical, like, charming psychopath. And if you guys have seen The Guest, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He's also the charming psychopath in Abigail as well, too. So, but Dan Stevens' character, I really like him in these little niche, low-key roles. Like, it was so cool. And this chick, Hunter Schafer, reminds me of the girl from Atypical. The whole time I'm watching this show, I'm like, that's the big sister from Atypical. If you guys haven't seen Atypical, or you know what I'm talking about, she's also in that movie. I Saw the TV Glow. She's like the main chick in that movie. But anyway, Hunter Schafer looks just like her. But I digress. This movie has an antagonist, and then it has a kind of like how can I say this? I don't want to give away anything, but there's obviously something creepy going on, right? There's all obviously like an entity or a monster or a creature or something like that. I like the creature, all right. I like the entity that is basically haunting these people. I like the thought of it. I like the process of it. I like the design of it. That shit was really cool. This movie was really fun, in my opinion. I had a lot of fun with this movie, and I was really skeptical going into it because I know that this movie did like the huge film circuit. Like it did a huge circuit, festival circuit, and it previewed a lot. Got a lot of really good reviews, but it didn't have that super big buzz that I'm used to, especially with horror movies like that. But this is one of those fly under the radar good horror films that I think that you guys should check out. Like really, the acting in this movie is fantastic. The cinematography is fantastic. The soundtrack is banging because they have all these cool little foreign songs. And I just can't. I honestly had a whole lot of fun with this movie. It was really cool. Dan Stevens is fucking hilarious, and he's like, it's just dope. Dan Stevens is cool, man. I love it. Dan Stevens. The whole cast in this movie was really cool, right? I had a whole lot of fun with this movie. I just can't praise it enough without giving spoilers. I don't want to give out spoilers. And the great thing about it is, if you've seen the trailer, I feel like the trailer doesn't do it justice enough. The trailer gets you interested, but I think that this shit adds on a whole nother layer to that shit. You know what I'm saying? So here on the Cinema Chop Shop, we grade movies in 3 ways. Count them 3 ways: either get bodied and sent to the bowels of hell, and I tell you your movie is basura, homie, or I give you a big fat meh, says Mas o menos, mediocre, mid-range, mid, or I tell you that it's spared, is awesome, terrific, go drop your shit and go see it. Man, I'm gonna spare this damn movie.
He ain't earned the death. He ain't earned the death at my hands. God's only man, spared by the butcher.
Yeah, you heard it, folks. I am sparing this movie. Why am I sparing this movie? Because it's fucking awesome, dude. This is definitely something that I would recommend over Long Legs. I would recommend it over Maxine. I would recommend it over a lot of the overhyped movies that came out this year. This one actually deserves the hype, in my opinion. I enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome. Let me know in the comment section down below if you've seen the movie or if you're planning on seeing it. If you are planning on seeing it, don't even think about it. Just go do it. Trust me. Take my recommendation for it. But yeah, I'm going to keep an eye out for more projects from this director. You are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you guys have a great day. And adios, homies.
I want to play a game. Subscribe now. The choice is yours. You're now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop.